And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to you all on this Tuesday night, the 23rd of January. I'm Barry Peer. I nearly said February then, sorry about that. And tonight we have some good news for you on the show. We have two new recruits that have joined us here at the studio, and they are very well experienced. And joining me now in the studio to tell us more about those two new recruits. Good evening, Rob Doyle.
Well, Barry, good evening to you and good evening to the listeners and the viewers. The two new recruits have been with CPA for a while, and they've just applied for the jobs, and we're all looking forward to them getting into it, because they're known to a lot of the people here and well liked, and I'm sure they'll do a good job.
Well, now let's take a recap, or have a recap of what was said on last week's show. We banged on about Triple O, which we will remind you of at the end of tonight's show. We talked about people driving stupidly where they shouldn't be driving, and another one, Australia Day, and we will touch a bit more about that now. Well, Friday is Australia Day. Click go this year's voice. Get those sheeps sharing wherever you may be, whether you are out on a farm or in the country. Well, the farm is the country. And what else happens on Australia Day? Well, I mentioned this also last week on the show, and that is the good Australian icon, the meat pie. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, look, Barry, I'm a fan of the meat pie. I'm also a fan of the good old Aussie sausage roll, and I'll be having one, if not both of those, on Australia Day to celebrate.
And the humble sausage sanger now. Who can resist that on Australia Day? With Heinz tomato sauce, yum, and a sausage in a bread roll, and bacon and egg rolls, you name it, they're there, along with the lamingtons and the Vegemite scrolls. Yum-o. Now these are a couple of our favourite Australian icons. Here's my offsider now.
Yeah, look, one of my favourite icons too is the old vanilla slice, Baz. So if there's room in your tummy for after your pie and your sausage roll or your sausage sanger, and maybe drink responsibly and have a beer. If not, have a soft drink or a juice, and followed all down by the good old favourite, the vanilla slice.
And also the damper, which is good on Australia Day too. You can make that with some, and then serve it with some butter, warm or cold. And yum-o, again, another Australian favourite on Australia Day. And what about the thong throwing at Dee Why Beach? Isn't that a classic? It sure is.
It sure is. It's great fun too, Baz.
Well, now we'd like to welcome the two new recruits, as my offsider has said. So welcome to both of you, and I hope you do a fantastic job. Okay, well now it's time to mention double demerit points, and they come into play this Thursday night. So if you or your passenger are not wearing your seatbelt or using your mobile phone whilst driving, that is it. That is your license totally gone. Here is my offsider right now to tell you the importance of those double demerit points that are coming into play this Thursday evening.
Yes, that's right. It's you know, you get everything you deserve, don't you, Barry? If you're going to do something silly like drink and drive or speed on those days when there's more traffic around and it's a holiday. So I just hope that if anyone does anything stupid, that they don't cause any damage to or harm to anyone else.
And as I've said, get your hands off your mobile phone if you are driving. Here's my offsider now.
That's right. No matter how many times people get told, people are still getting caught, Barry, aren't they?
And no matter how many times we tell you people out there not to drink and drive, but they still do it. And whose fault is that? Well, my offsider and I can't blame anyone but you for your actions. And also, if you have too much to drink, get a lift home with someone that hadn't been drinking, or get someone to pick you up with a taxi. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I think you've got to make alternative arrangements, Barry, because particularly if you know you're going to be drinking, then you can't be driving. So, you know, you've got to organise yourself, and maybe you take some, when you go as a group somewhere, that there's one person in the group that drives that doesn't drink.
Okay, well, also the importance of not having a road rage attack as well. We discussed this in our Easter special back in April last year. Now, having a road rage attack, come on guys, have respect for other people on the road. You are not the only one out there. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's right. You know, people, there's no excuse for road rage, is there, Barry, even though it continues to happen. And, you know, all they can do is really fine and sentence these people that, depending on how bad their rage is, you know.
Well, I'd like to send a big cheerio to everyone around Australia that is watching our telecast tonight. So thanks for tuning in. And the two last things, well, the last two things we'd like to mention is tonight's dinner, and that was really beautiful. A bolognese meat pie, yum-o. Here's my offsider for this now.
Yeah, Barry, you're one of the lucky ones to get that again tomorrow for leftovers for lunch. There was only 2 people, you and Matt, so that's good, and it's always very nice to hear how appreciative you are of the cooking and the good food that's cooked for you in the evenings, Barry.
Okay, and special compliments should go to the chef.
Ange?
And yep, and
She had a good, hard-working day today, and she'll be very happy to hear, Barry, that it was so well liked.
and I think we've got a bit of a
Technical difficulty?
yeah.
What, did it just turn off or?
And we are back with the last bit of the program, and that is not calling 000. Now, we always bang on about people not calling 000 when they haven't got an emergency. And here is my offsider.
Yeah, that's right, Barry. I just, what can you say? Every time we get on the show here, we always mention, or you always mention about the 000, and thank goodness you do, because I'm sure that, some of our listeners will think twice about it if ever they had an inclination to do something silly like that, and that's good because, it saves lives.
And 000 is only there for those that really need it and nothing else, because if you cause any serious harm to people that really need the ambulance or anything, then you will cop it. Here's my offsider now.
That's right, and deservedly so, Barry, deservedly so. So let's just hope that the message, sinks in once and for all, and that we can stop talking about this issue one day.
And hopefully you people out there will realise that 000 is not there to do stupid things with, because the motto is the wrong call could cost somebody like me their life. And that's just about all we've got time for tonight on the 23rd day of January. And Rob, I cannot believe how January's gone.
I can't either, Barry. It's just amazing how quickly the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and the months turn into years. It's just, life's going too fast, really.
And remember, show respect for the ones you love on Australian Day too. Not just think about yourself. And next time on the show, we'll be talking about the history of one of our favourite spreads. You guessed it. It's We're Happy Little Vegemited Fridays. We all enjoy our Vegemite breakfast, lunch and tea. Our mummy said we're growing stronger every single week because we love our Vegemite. We all adore Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek. It puts a rose in every cheek. Don't forget to put Vegemite next to the salt and pepper whenever you set the table. And that is our program for tonight, everybody. Stay tuned for the next program on Vegemite and what you can do with it. Until then, everybody, this is Barry Fair and all the team here at Oceana House. We wish you a very good night. Good night, everybody, and now here's my offsider to say good night.
Yeah, good night, Barry, and thank you for that rendition of the Vegemite song. Very good, very appropriate coming up to Australia Day. Good night, everyone. Have a good Australia Day.
And we'll see you bright and early in the morning, everybody. So, from all the team here at Oceana House, it's good night. Close your eyes and I'll miss you.
Tomorrow
I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. Good night, everyone.
Very good, Mass. Gee, you just introduced those good old things.